I love my job. If I didn't, I'd probably find something else to do. It's given me the opportunity to meet a lot of very interesting people, to travel the world, and to have a product and a brand that I truly believe in. And also because primarily, who could argue about a product which grows food for a world population which is expanding? And that's been an evolution and a journey for me in terms of my own career, but also for a company like Massey Ferguson. 10 Plus, in brief, is essentially a program to support older Massey Ferguson tractors in the field with a range of parts, original or engineering approved parts, which will ensure those tractors for both our dealer network and more importantly for our retail customers are able to be rebuilt, refurbished or serviced for a next generation and beyond. My name's Nick Rew and I'm a marketing manager in the parts division for Later-Lifecycle and Heritage product. It's very varied, which makes it very interesting. It could be anything from developing a marketing or promotional program for Massey Ferguson parts to discussing new product or bringing back old product with engineering and purchasing. And probably the favourite of all is visiting dealers and customers to discuss their requirements and to do market research. I joined way back in 1977 as a graduate trainee and I started work in essentially production control. I then became an assistant to our marketing supply director and from that I used to source parts from various places around the West Midlands. I then moved into a job which essentially I was looking after the sales in the southwest of England, where I'm pleased to say Massey Ferguson were market leaders and remain market leaders while I was responsible for sales. I've had many unusual requests. Possibly the most unusual was in the Sudan when we were looking at a project which had, I think I remember, 200 or 300 Massey Ferguson tractors which were of 20, 30-year-old vintage. We worked out we could rebuild most of them. However, the problem then became clear that the ownership of the tractors, various people and various departments said they were their tractors, and that of course pushed the price up. The spare time that I have, which seems to get less and less the longer I spend at work, I like to keep fit. I help my wife run her mosaic business and I help my brother-in-law who has a landscape gardening business. He's now got, I think, 3 Massey Ferguson tractors and I'm happy to drive those at a weekend. I remember a story when I was in Brazil at a big agricultural show and I met a young man who came on the stand. He was probably no more than 10, 12 years old and I spoke to him in not Portuguese, but certainly in some broken English. And I gave him some leaflets and we talked about product. His dad turned up and he happened to be the largest producer of orange juice in Brazil. And he had a fleet, if I recall, of something like 350 Massey Ferguson tractors. So you never know who you're going to meet at any show, even if you're not able to speak their language. There's a communication and a connection with people who have a passion for our product and who are using the product both in the past and today.